Hello everybody, it's Michelle here, one half of the Canadian mother-daughter crafting duo known as Fierce and Fabulous. My daughter Natasha, once again at school, we're going to hopefully get on the weekend and make some videos together so that we can show you some content from the two of us. But in the meantime, I'm making a t-shirt by mixing colors. We're going to use lots of colors in this one here, partially hot mess technique, but I'm also going to add something a little bit fun. I'm going to show you how you can mix your very own color. You know, we have a lot of colors in our permanent ink, but there are times where there's a color that I want that I just can't find. So I'm going to show you how you can make your own. Let's go, everybody. Alrighty, here we go. So we have a basic black t-shirt here, really pretty. It's actually got like a batwing sleeve almost on it, so it's really nice. It's gonna be kind of funky, you know, because we want to make things cool here. You know, there's a lot of ways to make t-shirts and they all look the same. We don't want ours to look the same. We want ours unique every single time. There's nothing like having a piece that people look at and go, wow, where did you get that? And you say, oh my gosh, I made it myself. Super duper cool. I do it all the time. I've made a ton of t-shirts. Some of them I've even hand painted with ink. That's something I'd like to show you one day. So stay tuned. I will definitely show you how to hand paint with ink. All right, here we go. So I'm just getting my ink mat stuck in there. Ink mat is sticky. It's holding my t-shirt in place. It'll also make it easier for me to peel off my Silkscreen when I'm ready to peel and reveal the image. So I'm going to use a Silkscreen called Just a Phase. These are the phases of the moon. Very cute, very cute. Oh, see, I've written on the back, moon. So I know which Silkscreen. The reason is I've used this before. That's why it's discolored. But the cool thing about this is you can wash it, use it 8 to 12 times, and pop it back on a backer sheet after you wash it with warm water and a water eraser. And I'm going to put the wording underneath that says, "Stay wild, Moonchild." Cool, huh? All right, so let's do this thing, everybody. So I'm going to peel my backer sheet off. This is fine mesh, everybody. So everything that you see that's sort of see-through is where your image is going to appear on your t-shirt. All right, there we go. I'm placing that on there. Now you all know I want to measure, because if I want to give this as a gift or if I want to sell it, I can absolutely do so. So that's 6 1/4 from that side, and that's 6 1/4 from that side. We're good to go. All right, nice and easy. Perfect. Perfect. You know, it needs to move a little bit more that way. I will move it a little bit more that way. See, this is the nice thing. Whee! I can pull it off. If this was made with vinyl, I would have been stuck with this baby in that position, and I would have gotten really sad because it was not perfectly centered. Now, because I'm me and I like things just so, I can lift and lower this baby as many times as I need to get it just in the right perfect position. Okay, once again, let's measure. Check from the top, 6 1/2. Measure from the top, measure from the top. Oops, is it 6 1/2 or 6 1/4? Let's check. That's just under 6 1/2. What's on this side? Oh, just under 6 1/2. It's okay. Just doubted myself. We're all good. On this side here, we're going to take it from the underarm across to the exact same spot on my moon. And it's 3 3/4. Underarm over here. Where's my underarm? There's my underarm. And it's 3 3/4. Awesome sauce. We're good to go. Okay. So before we get started, I'm going to mix a custom color. I want to make these phases in sort of shades of blues, greens, silvers, and a little bit of peach, because, you know, I thought it would look cool. Honestly, I just thought it would look cool. We don't have peach ink, but what we do have is couture coral, and we have orange peel, and we have white. So let's mix a custom color, guys. I'm going to start off with the coral. Trying to decide where to start. It's always a challenge to figure out where to start. Okay. So, because this is permanent, I think I'm going to put something down to protect my t-shirt while I mix colors. Because you know as well as I do, I'm going to splatter it. It's going to go everywhere, and then I'll get really, really sad. Okay, this is just a little cheap palette, and I like to take my ink and mix them in these. So here you go. I'm going to take some of that coral right in there. I just get it from the lid because I don't like to waste it. Like, it will get stuck to the lid. because, you know, as you carry these in a bag, or if you put them in a box, or, you know, if you're getting it shelved and then you throw it on the floor because you drop it, it will get stuck to the lid. That's always the case. But we can always scrape it from the lid. So now I'm going to go in there with a bit of that orange peel. So orange peel is very vibrant orange. I don't want a ton of it, but I want just enough to make sure that it is giving peachy vibes. Because peach is the look I'm going for. I want sort of like that dusky sunset look. You know the look. All right, add a little bit of white. Let's get that ink. White. White is my most used ink color shade. If you've followed us for a really long time, I go through a ton of white ink. If you're starting out with ink and you're thinking about what color you'd like to start out with, I highly recommend starting out with white because it is so versatile. But the best part is, even that, once you get other colors, you can mix it with white and watch the magic happen before your eyes. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I am loving this color. I'm going to show you up close in just a second. Let me mix it. Mix, mix, mix. I mean, honestly, if I was doing something with a face, I could add a ton more white into this and it would make a really great sort of pale peachy skin tone. Nice. Right, who wants to see it up close? Let me show you. Let me show you just how cute this color is. And I made that literally in seconds. And it's a peachy pink. That is what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. So happy days for me. Okay, so first things first. Let's pop my custom color over there. I'm gonna get my white over here because I'm coming back to it. I am gonna use Couture Teal. I'm gonna use some Tide. I'm gonna use some silver. And I'm gonna use some of that peach. And I may add a little bit of another color in there, but I haven't decided yet. So without further ado, let's start with our teal. I love teal, especially putting it on black fabric. Teal really pops. It's one of those colors that really, really, really stands out on the black surface. So I'm just popping the lid off. There we go. And we're gonna do this hot mess technique I was telling you about. It's so fun. Like, I'm taking this little stir stick, I'm literally just gonna blob, 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 blob. This is so easy that honestly, your kids could do it. My 4-year-old does hot mess all the time. And it's not because he's 4 and he is a hot mess. It's because it's that easy to do. Okay, there we go. I like the teal. I feel that it's gonna pop more than, say, the Tide, but the Tide will give me the dimension that I'm looking for. So that's why I'm perhaps using a little more teal in this one here than what I would in perhaps another project. All right, pop the lid back on, because once you know, if I drop that, I'm gonna make a mess. I'm gonna wipe off my stir stick so I can use it again. Let's go in there and hit it with the Tide. Tide is beautiful. It's a really, really lovely color. Look at that, it's beautiful. But it can be a little dark when working on black. So that's why I like to place it right next to my teal. That way I'm getting the sort of dimension that I'm looking for, but without the like really dark color look, because you know, it is dark. I'm not gonna lie to you. On black, it's not gonna show up as well as some of the other colors, but it still will show up if I mix it close to my teal. Now, just blobbing that on ever so nicely, a little bit more. I like these little stir sticks. They make it easy, easy, easy to do it. If you don't have stir sticks, popsicle sticks work just as well. I'm all about finding stuff around the house to make my job easy. All right, now, like I said, we wanna make this bright, we wanna make this shine, we want this stand out, and we wanna make sure we don't get that Tide on our t-shirt where it shouldn't be. I'm gonna wipe my hand off. All right, so we're gonna go in there with one of my favorites, shimmer. It's shimmer silver. Oh, look at it, it's like liquid metal. So beautiful, so, so beautiful. Now, if you're a shimmer fan like me, there's nothing like our shimmer inks to make a project pop. Honestly, I could use shimmer in every project because I think it just looks so cool. It makes everything shine. And you know how I showed you how to mix a color before? The cool thing is, and this is what I like, really, that's really cool. If you want to take, say, a different color, like say I want to make that teal there, a shimmer teal, I can literally mix it a little bit with my silver and create a custom shimmer. I did that before for a Christmas project. It was a Christmas t-shirt last year, and it turned out so pretty. I mean, seriously, there's no limit to the imagination of the colors you can use and create with this permanent ink. Okay. Now, if you're looking to buy this permanent ink, I will set my link in the comments for you. It's incredible. It's incredible. All right, custom peach. I don't have a name for it. It's Michelle's custom peach. So I'm just gonna blob it in random spots. Blob, blob, blob. That's the technical term. We have lots of technical terms already. My daughter laughs at me because, you know, I've constantly got interesting words that I say. There we go. Here we go, a little bit more orange. We don't want a ton of the orange. Like the orange is, the peach is beautiful, but you don't want it to detract away from the blues, remember? Because we are doing sort of like moon, you know, sort of, yeah, moony kind of earthy, planetary vibes. Gosh, I love the way I describe that. My daughter would be saying, oh my God, Mom, what were you thinking? Yeah, you'll get to meet her soon, and believe me, she will tell me. She calls me out all the time on, Mom, what were you thinking? All right, all that is splodged on. Splodged on? That's a technical term too. I'm gonna take my small squeegee here, and I'm just gonna do the part I love most, which is literally making a hot mess. Look at this. Take this, baby, and I'm just gonna do this. Look, I'm gonna make it a hot, hot mess. Hot mess express, let's just say. Completely and utterly hot mess express. There we go. Oh, so there's a lot of excess ink there. I'm just going to plop it on a baby wipe because I'm going to have to remove more, obviously. There's way too much ink on there. It's harder to control the amount of ink you make when you're doing hot mess technique, because the reality of it is when doing hot mess, you just don't know how much you're going to need of each color or to cover the whole silk screen, because I need to be sure that that whole silk screen is covered. So I'm just getting that off there, peeling it off and wiping it on a baby wipe. Going down the bottom here, scraping it up, putting it on a baby wipe. Fun tip, if you make a color when you smush it all together, so say you meshed, I've smushed a ton of blues together, and the color that ends up being really beautiful, I actually keep it in like a little tiny like lip balm jar, and I use it again. So like I said, very reusable. I mean, like this literally is making a custom color too, as we sort of smush all these colors in. Okay, so all that silk screen is completely covered. So first things first, we're gonna peel and reveal this baby off and see how it looks. Peel and reveal. Peel and reveal. Peel and reveal. Oh my gosh! Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm gonna zip off, rinse off my transfer, and be back in a second to finish this off with you guys. Hi, I'm back. Did you miss me? This is the transfer I just used. The silk screen I just used, it is still wet. I put it back on that backer sheet, and it's ready to go for next time I want to use it. Now to finish off this t-shirt, I want to add the words "Stay Wild, Moonchild," because I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I really love eclectic style. If you follow us, you will see that I'm very eclectic with style, with patterns, with a lot of things. I like to make things different. I'm all about unique and different. Color, pattern, design, everything. Okay. Let's see how centered that baby is. I'm going to take it from the end of that word over to here is about just over 5. From there, oops, there it is. And the edge, where do we want to take it from? The top or the middle? Hang on, where did I take it from? About here. So it's lower. Okay, and yep, the same. Now, you can see that this has been used before. No problem, it will still work. Now, I'm going to do something really fun with this. I'm going to ombre the words "Stay Wild" because I think that'll give it the personality it needs. And the word moonchild, the two words, I'm going to use like a, just one color. So it's going to be very different, very unique, and lots of fun. So I'm going to start with our peachy color, our custom peach. I'm going to pop it at the top of my Stay Wild. So this is called ombré, which basically means I'm blending colors. Now, you can do this with chalk paste. You can do it with our ink. You can do it with almost any project that comes your way. I'm all about trying different techniques and trying different ideas. If there's something you want to see me try, let me know in the comments, because I love trying new things. I'm always trying to find a new way to reinvent my artworks. Okay, there we go. There's lots of that peachy peach on there. Good. So I'm going to take that, just wipe that back in there. And my baby wipe, easy peasy, wipe that off. I'm going to go in there now with the silver. I'm going to put silver in the middle, and then, or should I put teal? Teal or silver? Teal or silver? Let's decide. I can't decide. I think I'm going to put the silver in the middle, because then the white will stand out more. Go with my initial instinct. So there we go. We're just going to blob my silver just there, gently, just across a little bit. You don't need a lot. As you can see, I'm just using that little itty bitty stir stick to make this work. Okay. It's not about having a ton of color, a ton of ink there. You literally just need the smallest amount, and it will give you the look you're looking for. Now, I am just blobbing this. Stay tuned. It will make more sense soon. I promise it'll make more sense soon. Just making sure that there's enough. Yep, there's enough on that side. Good. Okay, good. We're good. Okay, pop that ink back. Boom, on the side. Now let's go in there with that beautiful couture teal. Now, this is a new jar. I just leave it like so. I'm just gonna blob it at the very bottom of my word and the other word as well. It's super duper easy. This technique looks fantastic every single time, and people always ask me, how did you do that? It's like, seriously, it is so easy that my kids can do it with their eyes closed and hands behind the back. Well, maybe not quite, but almost. I'm gonna go in here with a smaller tool this time here. This is a multi-tool, and it's easier for me to blend the smaller area of color into the Silkscreen. Because first, I wanna get those bits covered with my Silkscreen. Wipe it off onto my baby wipe. Let's continue with my peachy peach. Wipe it off. Good. Now, I'm not actually letting it meet the other color. I'm just smushing those colors on individually, and we will then go in and do the magic. There we go. Get that one. And then our blue, our teal. Okay, lots of teal there. I probably overdid the teal. That's okay. The beauty of it is, if you have too much and you haven't mixed it with any other color, you can pop it right back in the jar. But because I've been a little messy this time, I'm going to throw it out onto my baby wipe. So there you go. Easy peasy. I'm going to throw that off into my baby wipe land. All right. Now, here's the fun part. I'm going to take my spray bottle, spray my finger, and I just dab my finger a little bit, and I'm going to smudge. I'm going to smudge my colors so that they're smudgy. I'm going to blend them, basically. I'm blending those colors so that there's no distinct line. That's the key to ombre. You don't want a distinct line where those colors start and where those colors end. You literally want them to melt into one another. That would be the word I'm looking for. They're going to melt. You like melty colors. I like it when it's melty. Okay, good. So that's nice and melty on there. We're going to go in there and now melt the blue, because we can't just do one part, we've got to melt the other part too. So there we go. So I'm smushing it together, I'm melting it together just by going in circles with my pointer finger. Super duper easy, it's fun. My kids love doing this because it's just like finger painting. Like, who doesn't love finger painting? There we go, easy done. Okay, so I've smushed that around. All right, because I'm me, I want to scrape that baby off so I can make sure everything is covered the way it should be. Oh, it's starting to look good, guys. Ooh, I'm excited. Who's excited here? Okay, let's pop those lids back on, and then we're going to hit the Moonchild with bright white. I think this is going to be one of my favorite t-shirts, honestly. It's turning out way prettier than I thought it was going to. I always underestimate myself. Underestimate me, that'll be fun. I underestimate my abilities because I think, oh, will it look good? But I surprise myself each and every time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to keep this. I love it. I need it. That's one of my problems. Are you someone who makes craft projects and don't know what to do with them because you can't let go of them? Yes, I have an addiction to keeping everything I make because they're all my babies. But I also do sell them. So sometimes friends and family will ask me to make things for them. I go to local artisan fairs and galleries and sell my items too. So there's lots of ways to enjoy playing with Silkscreen, making beautiful permanent ink t-shirts, and being super duper creative. Like I've just shown you here, how to make your own color, hot mess, and ombre technique all in one video. Can you believe it? So simple. I mean, really. Anybody can do this, anybody at all. All right, ready for the peel and reveal, everybody? Let's do it. Peel and reveal, peel and reveal and reveal. Just beautiful. All right, I literally just washed my Silkscreen. I washed my Silkscreen, get my back sheet, put it the right way up. I'm gonna show you how to place it back on. It's really this easy. Look, you line it up, line up the baby, and you squish it down, and there you have it. Perfect for another day. Let's throw it to the side and have a look at this project here, everybody. I'm gonna lift the camera up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Isn't that just the cutest t-shirt ever? I love it. I really, really love this one. I love how it turned out. I love the colors. I love that I made my very own color for this project. I made peach, and it works beautifully in the dimension of this t-shirt. Just to recap, we've used a few techniques in this one here. We've made our own color by mixing inks. We have done a hot mess technique by blobbing different colors on the Silkscreen and then smushing it all together. And we did an ombre effect, very subtle ombre, where we started with one color, melted it into the next, and melted into the next to create a really beautiful project that I'm personally very proud of. And I'm sure that you'd be proud of making one yourself too. So if you want to make t-shirts like me, become an ink master. Keep on watching. Be sure to like, follow, share, and ding that bell. In the meantime, everyone, stay fierce, stay fabulous, and bye for now.